What are you guys looking forward to in 2025? Or is that a question for me?
I mean, there's a ton of stuff coming
Yeah.
out. You got 28 Years Later. You
Mhm.
have the Final Destination is getting
Right.
another version in here, which we followed a truck with hay on the back of it on the way here.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie. I'm not driving behind you.
Right.
Also, Death of a Unicorn.
Oh yeah, I've
That's
been hearing a
one that's
lot
kind of
about the
like an
Death of
original one. That's like you've got your 28 Years Later, obviously, that we're looking forward to, but Death of a Unicorn is one I'm really looking forward to as well. It's
Yeah.
kind of not a sequel of anything we've seen before, so it's definitely kind of an original story that I'm looking forward to checking out.
Yeah, I am interested in that. The Black Phone 2, I think that's coming out as well. I kind of had mixed feelings about the original Black Phone, but that one, I'll probably watch it anyway. So
I think Blumhouse has like 5 horror films out this year, so they're cranking out a lot.
They are cranking out a lot. Kind of blanking. What's another Blumhouse one that's coming out?
You got Megan 2.0 is coming out.
Megan 2.0. That's another one. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
It sounds like Terminator 2. Like there's another bot that's been created that they have to bring her back to help stop. So it's basically Megan Judgment Day.
Right. But yeah, Megan 2 is definitely one that is. I found the first one. It was really entertaining. It's kind of it's kind of a spoof, in a way, but also has some actual like horror elements, or some scary parts. So I am looking forward to Megan 2.0. You recently saw The Monkey, right? We haven't watched The Monkey yet. What were your thoughts on The Monkey?
I know we were both kind of mixed on it because, at least for us at the trailers, we thought it was going to be a more serious horror film, and it is wildly over the top. Like, it is ridiculously wild, crazy over the top. It's got some bad dialogue. I mean, it was fun. I want to rewatch it as it comes out on demand and everything, but it was really over the top that I just wasn't expecting the level it went to.
Yeah, they portrayed it as a very serious, dark kind of film, but when you get in it, some of the kill scenes in there are just so absurd and over the top that we were laughing during a lot of the movie, and that we weren't really expecting to laugh as much as we did, but we still had fun with it.
Yeah.
It was definitely not the movie that we thought we were getting.
I saw. I heard about some of the early reviews. People went in expecting something entirely different, and I think that was part of it, that you weren't supposed to be expecting such a kind of more of a comedy. I don't know if that was their angle they were going for, but it did seem like they were promoting it as this, dark horror movie when it's really not. So
it's when you're just not sure. Like, we talk about trailers a lot giving away a movie. This one actually kind of painted as a different film than it actually turned out to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I say I am looking forward to Alien Earth. Our first kind of Alien TV series is coming out this year. But we've got one small trailer and nothing really else on it. So I'm really curious to see how that actually ends up turning out.
Yeah, it's a good year. It's a good year for horror this year. A lot of studios putting out a lot of content that we're looking forward to. It's a really good year for horror.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of good quality into horror. They're putting a lot more time and energy, I feel like, into the genre. I mean, you have, the genre, it's a big spectrum. I mean, you have your Terrifiers, and, but you also have, more, more dramatic, thriller type of movies that, and they're getting a lot more attention with awards and things like that, I've noticed.
Yeah, you had The Substance getting Oscar nominations and global Golden Globe nominations. Last year, I think 55 movies came out in the horror genre. It was a big year for horror.
It was.
It's definitely it's definitely getting more popular again. Like, you're seeing films that normally you probably wouldn't see that gain like a huge following. Like Terrifier has become like this incredibly popular franchise that is like the more over the top shot gore stuff that you wouldn't expect to do really well, making $100 million at the box office, beating movies that people would think would do significantly better than that, and it's outperforming. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, on a $2 million budget too. Just like this is our Godzilla -1 moment. You look at a movie like that was $15 million and under, destroyed it. Same thing as Terrifier. It's, in Hollywood terms, it's a teeny tiny budget, but it's doing wonderful things.
Yeah. So what did you guys think of Horrorhound this year? Did you have any highlights of your experience at?
The Henry Winkler panel was awesome.
Yeah.
It was a ton of fun. I love Henry Winkler. Just him getting up there and monologuing for like 30 minutes and interacting with the crowd was a ton of fun. I'm always surprised when I come to these horror conventions at how creative the cosplays are.
Yeah.
A lot of the vendor booths have a lot of really cool, significant, like masks and amazing, incredible artwork that it lends itself to. Like I enjoy these almost as much as I do the superhero ones, and just because of the overflow of creativity that you see from people here.
Seeing the costumes is a big highlight, and especially like I said, they go over the top in some of them, and there's so much detail put into some of these. So
Yeah, we just walked by some Dark Crystal cosplays that were just fantastic
saw
and
those.
looked great. But I'll second Henry Winkler. He's a national treasure that should be just protected at all costs. He was hysterical, but he was also from the heart, talking about, his hardship growing up and his learning disabilities and everything else, and advocating for that. He was just, it wasn't what I was expecting. You expect him to come out and sit down and Q&A and do that, but he's standing out in front of the table at attention to all of us, wanting to know everybody's name. It was really great what they were doing, or what he did with his panel.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. Henry Winkler was definitely felt like my favorite part of all the panels. Although there were some good aspects in some of the other panels too. But I just you're right. He speaks from the heart. He's funny, and but he also he's very personable. So I really liked his whole segment.
And he handed out bun cakes to all the kids. That was
Yeah,
delivered to him by a shark. So,
yeah, by a baby shark. Yeah, exactly.
but I mean, it was
Yeah,
fun.
that was fun.
It was fun coming up to the Sharonville Convention Center and checking it out. They, had a decent cast list for everybody here that you could check out. And you have Terrifiers, a big showing here. We have so many
It
costumes from
is
them. You also got the
popular.
director and the main star here as well. So it's a really fun convention.
It is. I really enjoy this convention. This is our second time here. We were here in 23. But yeah, I really liked this time here. Yeah, I thought it was really good. I think the only other no, there were some interesting things in some of the other ones. Like I think Scream gave us some insight on the new what the new Scream might entail with the AI, and there's some other fun facts that I found out. But yeah, I think Henry was probably still the number
There's
one.
just so much. Those are the
Yeah,
ones you remember because he just talked to you so personally and
yeah,
made it intimate between you all. Like it was not being talked to, you're being talked with, and
right,
he just made everyone felt like, all right, I'm here for you instead of like you here for me.
right, exactly. That's what I really felt like.
If you have a chance, come out to the Sharonville Convention Center and check out Horrorhound. I think they normally do it twice a year, so you have the spring now and you have a fall version later in the year, and it's a lot of fun.